Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Brendaly Rivera. Today, we'll be discussing mortgages with a positive approach. I want to share with you all a motivational quote from Brian Tracy that says, "Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do." I know we have all faced uncertain times, and maybe you have since obtaining a home mortgage was impossible. Losing that dream and that experience of becoming a homeowner. Well, today I decided to have Claudia Nogan with Atlantic Home Loans to discuss the positive outcomes and to help you see home ownership as possible. You can still become a homeowner. You can still find your dream home. And I know with the right team by your side, you will be able to do it. So Claudia, thank you so much for joining me today. Truly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Brenda.
Yes, absolutely. So let's get started. I want you to please share with everyone a little bit about yourself and Atlantic Home Loans.
Sure. So I am a mortgage banker with Atlantic Home Loans. I've been in the mortgage industry and different aspects of the mortgage industry since 2005. I've been an originator, meaning that I've been originating my own loans for almost 3 years now. But I think that the different aspects of the mortgage industry that I come from actually helps me with the client and with the realtor, because I'm able to explain things in a very simple manner to the client, and to make it as easy to understand as possible. Being with Atlantic Home Loans, I think the biggest advantage is that because we are a company that does our own underwriting and our own processing, it really gives us control over the file. And it gives us an opportunity to really talk through sometimes challenges that come up in a file and make sure that we can get it to that closing table.
Absolutely. And so with the market that we're facing due to the whole pandemic situation, interest rates are at its lowest right now.
Yeah, they are.
And is this a good opportunity for buyers to consider getting pre-approved? Also, if you can share any programs with the Atlantic Home Loans has to offer, and I know there was some updates you wanted to share too in regards to that.
Correct. So this is a fantastic time to buy. It hard stop. It's a fantastic time to buy. If you look back at the market, even 2 months ago before this all started, it was rare that you weren't up against 7 or 8 people when you were bidding on a property. There's still multiple bids because the market is still moving. The market is moving at a tremendous pace. I believe that right now we are at if I'm not mistaken, 29% less inventory than we had last year at the same time. Undoubtedly, due to everything that's happening with people being fearful of putting their home in the market and having someone walk through. But people like yourself are adapting, and they are using video and virtual tours in order to still have those showings and getting homes under contract. From an approval standpoint, for a little while, a lot of the investors started pulling back the reins on FHA loans, requiring higher credit scores than what the standard credit score is, meaning that they were upping them to 640, 660, some as high as 680 in order to be approved for an FHA loan. Now, the reins have loosened. We're right back to that 620 credit score for an FHA, which is great. Yeah. So it puts us right back in a more reasonable realm. And I do believe that that's going to be a continuing trend where all of those COVID restrictions are now going to start getting pulled back.
Yeah. And also I've noticed too that there are some sellers that are demanding not only the precautions that we have to take in wearing masks, gloves, bringing hand sanitizers, but they want any buyers who wants to see my home, has to have a pre-approval.
I'm seeing that across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, they are demanding that. So there are certain demands that they're putting in place in order for you to see certain properties. Now, also, while with this whole thing, and then once again with the multiple offers, I'm seeing that as well too. I mean, homes that are currently on the market are not lasting.
No, not
Like,
at all.
yeah, are not lasting at all. There was one
If a home is properly priced
Mhm.
and is aggressively marketed, even during this time, it is being sold. I have quite a few active purchase contracts right now for homes that were put into contract during the last few weeks.
Mhm.
So if anything, to any seller that's out there, if somebody is out shopping in this environment, please know that this is a serious buyer. People aren't just out shopping.
Mhm.
It is very important that they know that if this client continues to be approved, because a pre-approval that was issued months ago may no longer be valid due to some of those COVID restrictions.
Okay.
While some of them have been lifted, there's some that are, we're still getting some pushback on. So, that's very important. I think one of the things that's also very important to note is for anyone who does have their home on the market, that they really need to be pre-approved
Mhm.
for their next home now, while their home is still on the market. Because because of the changes, it could affect their ability to buy their next property. We finally just received guidance from Fannie regarding loans that are in forbearance.
Yes.
So that just came out, and the information that we received is that if you have had your loan in forbearance and you have not been making those payments, okay, you first need to catch up, meaning you need to make all of those payments that were in arrear, and then you need to have 3 on-time payments before you can be qualified for your next purchase.
Got it.
Okay. If you went into forbearance because you were curious about the process and not truly out of need, and we can prove that you have maintained your payments, there would be no need for a delay. We would just have to prove that your payments were indeed made on time.
Okay. So it's just a matter of also on the buyer's end to stay in communication with their mortgage rep to make sure that that their pre-approval is in line
Still
with,
valid.
yes, it's still valid. And then with the sellers as well, just making sure that everything is good across the board. I want you to share with our viewers too, an experience that you had, I believe it was recently or maybe about 2 months ago. And the reason why I want you to share this is because I want people to see how aggressive you are when it comes to making sure that your clients get to the closing table. And I've seen you work. I've really seen you go above and beyond and making sure that, listen, we're almost there. If anything pops
Mhm.
up, you really, just make sure that I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and we're like, okay, we're gonna fight through. We're gonna get this. You're gonna get the keys to your home. So if you can share, a testimony or review with a recent.
Well, I actually just got a review from a client just a few days ago that a testimonial, I guess you would call it, and
Yeah.
there was 2 of them, and one of them I actually was chuckling a little bit. Let me see if I can find it because I think I have it here on my phone the way that they wrote it because it was really really cute. So one of the buyers was a teacher. And as you know, we have that special program for anybody who is a teacher, law enforcement, a nurse. You've worked with me on that program, and I was able to give them those great benefits with the lower interest rate, with connecting them with other professionals throughout the transaction that afforded them some great discounts. And the exact message from from the buyer, my client in this time, was, Claudia, thank you so much for all of your helps and your efforts. Truly appreciate the time that you took with us explaining everything from the mortgage world and all of its fees and math in baby English to make it less of a scary bedtime story. So I never had my explanation of documents and process be referred to as a scary bedtime story, or in this case, less of a scary bedtime story. But I thought that it was a really cute way for them to address it. With them, it was we had a home that came in under value, and the appraiser was not comfortable with increasing. He felt that he had used the correct comps. So what we did is basically we had proposed the loan initially with a 10% down payment.
Okay.
So we modified the loan where they were only putting a 5% down payment on the home and utilizing the difference to pay for the difference in between the appraisal and the purchase price.
Got it.
The clients felt very strongly that the home was indeed valued. And considering that they were planning on doing some extensive additions and renovations to the home, they really did not feel that that slight difference was going to be of a negative impact to them in the future. So, so in this case, that was something that we did that was a little bit outside of the box to really make sure that we got them to the closing table.
Mm-hmm. And that's what separates you and Atlantic Home Loans, from other mortgage companies out there, is that, you are always available, with a phone call, with an email. So whether real estate agents need to contact you or, your clients, the buyers need to contact you directly, you always go above and beyond and make sure that the questions are answered. And if there's any additional information that they need, if there's a certain situation that comes up, listen, there is a solution to every problem. So there are certain things that are possible. We're going to make it happen with the right people in place. Anything is possible, So Claudia, I want to thank you so much with the information that you shared with everyone. If you are looking to purchase a home and you need to get a pre-approval letter, please contact Claudia Nogan with Atlantic Home Loans. I will put her information down below, but I will share it right now. I have her cell at 908-386-2232. And I also have her email addresses that I will also put down as well. So please give her a call. I'm telling you, she will make it happen for you. If there's any issues that you need that's actually preventing you from getting a pre-approval letter, she will examine your whole situation and she will help put you into the right direction to obtain that pre-approval letter, and then we can go ahead and begin your home buying process. So Claudia, thank you so much once again. If there's anything additional that you would like to share, if not, we will most definitely, go ahead. If you want to
I think that the most important thing the message I really want to get out there to clients is reach out, ask the question. Even if you think that you're not ready, you may be more ready than you actually know. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if you're paying a $1,500 and $1,800 a month rent payment, you are already paying for your mortgage. You're already paying for a mortgage. You're just not paying for your own yet. And we'd really love to help you get into your own home, get into where you are building that wealth, and you're able to grow and provide more stability for your family in the future.
Absolutely. So we can't wait to experience that with you and handing over those keys and us all meeting together at the closing tables, because that's the table of victory. That's how I see it, or of a great achievement. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned as I will interview another professional, and that announcement will be coming soon. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you, Brenda.